just watering my plants. I do every 3 days. It's my aloe, my baby. It's been growing so big. Here is my hibiscus tree. You can see some of the damage that the hurricane did. That's just one tarp on one side of my roof. I finally got a call back, but I won't talk about it until I know the results for sure. But I'm just watering. These are my new lavenders that were planted. Some of them died though because they were planted when the sun was still pretty hot, and this part doesn't get too much shade. But yeah, and then the new rosemary is now planted here, and it's going to go here once it gets bigger. This is the rosemary that was destroyed from the hurricane. I honestly don't think it's alive anymore. We tried to resuscitate it by planting it, and I've been watering it and watering it and watering it for weeks, and it's so dead. So I'm just gonna take this out once my other one grows. But yeah, there used to be like a little chicken fence here. That's why this place is kind of messy, because it used to be a little garden, but the hurricane also wiped it away. So yeah, it did quite some damage. You can see even in those some palm trees. Let's see what I can show you. Even this tree, look at the damage it did. You see? It's pretty freaking big and pretty heavy, and it snapped it right in half. So, yeah. But the storm crew finally ended up picking up a lot of the damage, I think 2 days ago. There's the other tarp, and then there's some tarp around there as well. So it was basically deemed totaled, and they have to replace the whole roof now. So, oh, I totally forgot my water. So I usually fill this canister with water instead of doing it with the hose, because it's just easier to me somehow. Hey, little guy. Yeah. I wrapped the gifts for a video today. This is not all of them, but I put some of them under the tree. It's so beautiful. Merry Christmas. Got my favorite sweet iced tea, Milos. You should definitely try it. Hey guys, so had to run to the Dollar General this morning. Like, they were barely just open when I went because there was no milk, so I had to get milk and orange juice. Orange juice saved me when I have iron issues because of the vitamin C. This is pulp free. I prefer high pulp. I'm about to have dinner, and yeah, also like a lot of meat. I've been eating a lot of meat lately, which I've been trying not to for so long, but it just makes me so anemic. Like when I don't eat meat, I'm anemic as heck. So I have no choice but to eat meat, which sucks. I'm kind of sad about that, but it is what it is. But I went the longest time just eating like chicken or fish in substitute for meat, but it caught up to me eventually in not a nice way. So that's just how I guess my lineage is, my genes are from my ancestors. We tough Eastern Europeans. I wanted to talk a little bit about AI, and I still don't know nearly enough about it because it's like ever evolving. Sorry about the hum, that's about to stop. I had to put my phone on the laptop because I'm rendering a video, but it's almost done, so it's gonna stop humming pretty soon. I know most people like white noise. Oh, I'm sorry. Most people like white noise, but it doesn't bother most people. But I feel like it is influencing. Okay, I'm gonna have to lower this volume. It is influencing our lives in a huge way. Like I'm seeing these people posting like their AI generated images and like it's not even them. And then like I used to play these virtual worlds and no one really talked about it, no one heard about it, no one even bothered mentioning it. And now it's like a real thing, like almost like it's a trend, you know? Like humans like to find like the new trend to be talking about, or like that's cool or whatever. But when is it gonna get to a point where it's like realistically like scary, like it's too far, you know? Like people always wonder like, is AI gonna take over to the point where it's like too much, you know? And you want to be careful, right? You want to be mindful at least, or precautious, you know, like how far you go with it, because it can lead to territory where you can't go back, right? Like realistically, it could go there. I'm not saying it will, but it could get there. It could literally get to that point where you can't go back, right? Allegedly. It makes you think, just everything, just the way that everything's going, everything coming out now, like with like everything's just so like artificial, you know, like it's not even like real. It makes you wonder, like they didn't even tell people, and they came out with like, oh, this website is totally AI run and operated, like this social media page is like, it's not even a real person. What? This whole time I thought it was a real person. It makes you question, is a YouTuber real? I sit there and I really think, I'm like, if I don't feel energy from this person, like there were a couple of people I watched, I'm like, I don't even think they're, and I'm not claiming anything, but I didn't feel any energy, like no life. I'm like, oh, are they even like, what is this, a robot? Like, you don't know, you just don't know. Kind of like those deep fakes, right? Like, but similar, but not really to the same context in a way. It's like, you don't know. You just don't know. It's funny how people wouldn't even talk about the subject or touch the subject until now. And it's weird because it's almost like it takes a trendy person or a celebrity or a public figure to talk about that stuff. Like, I feel like the whole Elon thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it took them to start talking about it, and then everyone started talking about it, you know? Like, no one wanted to touch that subject, but when someone like that, 200 billion followers, then everyone started, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, beats me. But, it is what it is, right? Not here to say if I like it, if I don't, right? Not here to give my opinion. It's not what this is about. Okay? I think you know my real opinion. But, here's some ASMR typing. I'm actually working some people's bookings at the same time. I'm like, let me vlog. I just got my whole, like, little, like, annual report of, like, your videos have been watched this many times, and people liked and clicked and stuff. Oh, these videos are such a mess. So unprofessional. Guess who's in my lap? That's right. The Poxter Talkster. The Paco Taco. You see? You see my little friends? He's so loving. You're the best Chihuahua. So with that said, yeah, they came out with like an annual report of your videos, like how many hours people watch, how many times they liked and stuff like that. So thank you guys. Thank you for listening to my ASMR albums. Also, oh yeah, I do leave in the description box of this vlog channel as well the links to my website, TonyBomboni.com, where you can see stuff like my ASMR albums. Thank you to everyone. I think you guys watched my ASMR channel alone about 1 million hours just in 2022. And you like my videos like almost 200,000 times, so that's great. Thank you very much. Yeah, nothing to it, just really thank you. I think this was also a record booking year too. Let me see if I can check that real quick. I don't even think I'm logged in. Am I on the computer? No, I'm not logged in because they always like to log me out for security reasons. So that's fine. I'll check later. But if it is, I think it's a record booking year for like tarot readings and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure. So if that's the case, thank you guys so much. You really help keep me going even during inflation and all that stuff as a business to still operate it. Freaking like 11 years later, I'm like, oh my God, I'm still doing this? Like, it feels like unreal. It feels like, what? I didn't even think it was possible. It feels like, I don't know, it just feels great, man. Like, I can't even describe it to you. To just live out my dream and just do what I love and enjoy and have this little guy. He's one of my dreams. He really is. I manifested you. I thought of you for such a long time. Exactly you, to the T. Every little detail about you. You and your personality, your looks. He's my best friend. My little angel. All right, poopsies. Love and light to you guys. Bye-bye. I will see you later. Just a silly little vlog. I want to do more of these. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.